Hello. Sending lots of love. I've moved location today. I'm upstairs. Because I didn't do a second video yesterday and I was meant to, and my mum's downstairs. And bless her, but she's become so institutionalised. Even when I leave the room, she'll follow me. So, like, if I go to the loo, she'll come and wheel out. She's in an electric wheelchair. She'll come and wheel out and just hang out. And so I'll come upstairs. I can hear her downstairs. She's at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, gosh. Anyway. Crazy. Yeah, so I hope everyone's all right. Just the madness that's going on right now, isn't it? But yeah, all I really want to do is just raise the general collective vibration. Do you like my looks? And share information. Just, because it's just so chaotic out there, and it is going to come to an end. And I'll tell you what I don't understand is you've really got to question people who are spreading doomsday. You know what I mean? Yeah, these people that are spreading proper, doom, gloom. Because that is not going to achieve anything good. It's really just got to, it's just being aware of these things and these people. And what are they trying? What are they trying to achieve by that? So just try and avoid it. So they're trying to bring people down. There's a difference between sharing information that's information. There's a difference to like properly just being like, you know the difference, don't you? Like, why would they do that? That's just spreading more fear and hate, and Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about Faith. Faith, this is a little girl in Nigeria with Action Aid that I sponsor. And it has a little story here. So Faith lives with her family in the state of Delta in the south of Nigeria. Faith was born in 2012, and she is one of a family of 5 children. Faith's family speak Yoruba, one of the many local dialects spoken in this area. Some families also speak English, the national language. The family has mud walls and a roof made of grass thatch. Inside it has 2 rooms for living and sleeping. The traditional thatch roof keeps these homes cool in summer. Meals are prepared and cooked outside. Most families depend on farming and fishing for food and income. Average family has around 2 hectares of land where they grow crops like rice and maize and sugarcane, groundnuts and beans. Livestock are also important for families like Faith's. Most people keep chickens and ducks, a few rare goats, all a valuable source of food and income. Over 60% of the people living in Delta cannot read or write, with fewer women than men being literate. Although Faith currently currently attend school. Quality of education is poor. School lacks facilities and trained teachers. The high level of poverty in this community means education is not a priority for many families. Instead, children will often help on the farm to support the family. As a result, dropouts are common, particularly among girls, who may leave school early to care for younger siblings or even marry. Healthcare is a challenge for families in Delta. The few health centres available are poorly staffed and inadequately sourced. The cost of travelling to a healthcare centre and buying any drugs prescribed is out of reach for most of these families, so most resort to using herbal treatments and traditional medicines. Accessing safe, clean water is a big problem in Delta. Women and children are responsible for fetching water, a back-breaking and time-consuming task. Many people still rely on unsafe water collected from rivers, leaving them vulnerable to infection from waterborne diseases and parasites. Through child sponsorship, ActionAid is working in Delta alongside families like FACE to secure adequate healthcare, improve education, develop livelihoods. The rights of women and girls are at the heart of everything we do, and our programs are developed to ensure that they will gain the skills they need to play an active role in the development of their communities. Yeah, that's fine. There's just a lot going on, isn't there? There's a lot going on. Wow. I tell you what, I've got a song to play here because this is the if there was a song that would epitomise how I'm feeling right now, it'd be this. And that is, I've been watching these. Obviously, it's important to be able to control your mind and your emotions and how you react, or to respond rather than react, and all of these things. And it's okay not to be okay. All we can do is try. And I saw this poem yesterday. I'll put it in the description. And I just thought it was so true. It's I don't know, it might resonate with some people, might not. And that was that it's better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. By that I mean you're gonna fall in love with who you're gonna fall in love with anyway, aren't you? Can't help that. That's just who you are. That's how you feel. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. If they choose not to love you back, you will still have felt that way. And that's okay. Because it's better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all. You just carry on. Rather than feel rather than taking it personally. That's another thing. I've got an audio book for you. The Art of Not Giving a Shit. Listen to it. It'll enrich your life in so many ways. Because we're taking things too personally. All taking things too personally all the time. Just don't give a shit. Just worry about yourself. If you're on your journey of life, just focus on what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, the people that make you happy and make you feel good, and avoid everything else. And that doesn't mean don't, because I'm feeling some hate from rich people, right? It's not about money. Money is not evil. It's the person it's the mind of the person who's got the money. or whatever they're creating that makes them that money. Because the fact is, there are people out here in this world right now that are shady as fuck. And they've gotten away with it for so long because they've got money and power and influence. That's not everybody. No, far from it. Far from it. It's a very, very small number of people. And everyone below those very small number of people are just acquiescing to their demands and their orders. Because orders come top down. Yeah? So money is not the problem. Make as much fucking money as you want. You know what I mean? The thing is, I was thinking about this. I was seeing some things come through, yeah, and they're like, how to dress classily, and all these things. And I'm thinking, great, that's cool for other people. I am not that person. I will never be that person. I am me. And so should everyone be. You shouldn't be confined by what other people say is normal. What is normal? No one's fucking normal. No one. This idea of normal was put upon us to make us feel bad for not fitting in it. Something that these people that created it don't even fit in themselves. They're doing this shady shit behind closed doors. So there is no normal. Don't worry about it. Just be authentically yourself. If I want to walk around just in chains and stilettos and a bikini, that's what I'm going to do. I don't even give a shit whether people think that's classy or not. That's me. Yeah? Or with makeup like this. I just opened the door to my mum, someone dropping off prescriptions for my mum. They nearly had a heart attack. It's like, what, and? Soz. I don't really care what anyone else thinks. I don't. That's the same. Read this, listen to this audiobook, How to Not Give a Fuck. Like, seriously. We can't be living our lives by other people's opinions and thoughts and feelings. That's cool for them. That's their feelings. They can live by their feelings and their opinions. You live by your own. Because there is no such thing as normal. None of us are normal. None. Yeah? We're all fucked up in our own special little way. And the other thing as well I saw is that, some videos going, the art of being silent. No one's shutting me up, mate. No ways. I got something to say, I'm going to say it. And not only that, this is the other thing. People being silent has got us into this situation. People not standing up for themselves has got us into this problem. People not saying their opinions or saying problems as and when they occur has got us into this state. This is why it is this bad. Because people have not been called out for their fuckery at the minute their fuckery occurs. And hence we are in this problem. So, no, don't stay silent. You fucking shout as loud as you want. You got a problem, say it. Say it, sort it. Own up to it. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about anything that I've done in my past because I've made amends for it. I've worked really fucking hard on myself to get control of my emotions and my mind and myself just in general. Because I wanted to be better. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to change who I was. Because that was, And it's not about restricting yourself. It's about getting control of your mind so your mind doesn't control you. And once you've got control of it, then you do whatever the fuck you want. It's freedom. Because you know that you're in control. When you're in control, you've got nothing to feel bad about. You can do what you want. And then the other thing I was going to say, Right, so I'm feeling this vibe. It's about if we take this now, that's where I'm thinking about it, is that we are, if we were reviewing life as a court case, okay, with me? So if we're reviewing life and history and why we're in this point here as a court case, okay, and all things are evidence. So we're reviewing life, this point here, we're reviewing it as in why has this come to this? And it's a court case. So everything before now is evidence. Anyone that's so vehemently coming from one perspective, that is like reviewing one piece of evidence out of a million pieces of evidence and making a judgment on that. You can't do it, can you? Doesn't make sense. So you have to, if you want to get to the absolute truth, you have to review all of the evidence, and all of the evidence is all of the topics over time. So when you think about religion, you've got to understand and have an understanding of all religions, not just one. And God created everything. If you're working on that basis, if you want to believe, and everyone believe whatever they want, at the end of the day, they're just they're all having the same message, which is to be understanding and accepting, and to help each other. Just look at it on that, and to love each other and care for each other, and that, take it down to some basic principles. That's what they're all saying. Why do we have to get so angry about being from one perspective or another? Because they're all saying the same thing. Just sort of guiding principles on how to be a better person. And if you think as well, if you want to come from like that, Jesus didn't judge anyone. Jesus was friends with everyone. Jesus helped everyone. So how then can anyone who is in that faith be so judgmental or demonizing against other people? You can't, because that's not how Jesus was. Doesn't make sense. And the TV evangelists, people in that the ones that heal, they're healing 100%. They're healing. And how are they healing? They're healing using all of the textbooks that I've been showing you. All of that ancient, mystical, magical, biblical, religious information, prayers, chants, rituals that have come from all faiths to heal people. That's how they're doing it. And they're not telling you that's how they're doing it because they don't want you to know why, so you follow them. You'll pay them. Rather than telling you how to do it yourself, because knowledge is out there and you could, if you chose to. They're not telling you that. They're telling you, follow me. Pay me. I will heal you. Think about it. Got to be careful out here. Again, magic circle. The Magic Circle in the UK doesn't accept women. Same thing, they're using the same knowledge. Because there's things in there to make things disappear. That's where they're getting it from. So yes, magic is real. But is it? Oh look, astrotheology. Sorry, someone's just put it on there. No, I haven't studied it, but I will now that you've mentioned it. Thank you. Yeah. So I've got loads. Oh, I was going to play you this song. So going back to the love thing. So I don't love to get it back in return. That's what I've realised. I've always been this way. I'm. People call it a people pleaser. I saw this thing. This woman. She said it's called a people pleaser. I don't do it. I just like seeing people happy. And people, and you put yourself at risk of being used and abused in that sense, and I have been, but I'm not going to let it change me. I'm still the same person. I'm still going to soldier on and be me. That's their choice. It says more about them than it does about me. I choose how I am going to respond to being used, and that is just to carry on. That's okay. That's their choice. Next. So this is the song. Bear with me. I'm probably going to get in trouble for playing it. I don't really care. I'm playing it because I love it. And this guy has got an amazing voice. Right. BBC. Thank you, BBC. BBC Music. And it's called I Have a Love. There you go.
Never fades. From red garden sheds to watching lads on steads knocking heads. From the 2x2 hunk stage to a warehouse rave with a bloke we met on the way, dancing till day. I have a love, and it never fades. Full of plights and gripes like Achilles who loves fights. Like he did, right? Like we did twice. I love you beyond life. I have a love, and it never fades. You are God's son across the belly. Remember my pictures on your telly, your body laying in its glow, surrounded by those you know, crying for your words and your soul. And that final loss of your glimmer hope that we heard every time that you spoke, and choked up rooms and blocks and venues and lads and mots, the words that spoke soft of those lost. Now we send you off on funeral cloths. So many times in my head, so many for me best mate Paul Curran, rest in peace brother, I miss you every day. I have a love, and it never fades. From the space where we learn to be brave and face guards, grief and knaves in late days that could shame the great saints. From the weight of the city's hate, from the smothering state, every sin we can take, went on the art that we make. We go straight to the day. On a rake and empty plates, up to 8, always pulling 10 quid to make something great. So our love will never fade, our love will never fade. I have a love, and it never fades. Now a long way from school days, sharing books at big break with the two of us and Barry and Craig, talking tunes and poems with too much weight for our age. But the love that remains would shape the memory that stays. Even now I can see your face when those chords are replayed. Your arm around my shoulder in teenage embrace. Tell all your friends I'd say. And a year ago or so I played this song for you in the car stereo in the night's breeze. This bit kicked in with its ins and its keys, and you smiled as you sat next to me. You in the front, Gilly in the backseat going 90. The other boys stomping feet, and me in utter disbelief from the joy and the breaking the beats. We got out and stood by that Kia Rio cage stage, and I felt like I had it all. Cause I have a love, and it'll never fade. And either will you, Paul.
Yeah, so that's the vibe I'm in at the moment. Oh no, whoops. Because I'm just so over the negativity. Literally. So over it. So all I'm trying to do is share the opposite, basically. Because every problem has a solution. Good vibes, better days. Don't listen to the chaos. Eurovision is coming back. Oh my god, yay! So I'm going to put in there's that link to that that Eurovision film with Will Ferrell, which is an absolute classic. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's so funny. So there's that. There's another couple of things. I'm going to put all these links in. There was something else that was important. Just remind myself. Oh yeah, about fraud. And the reason I must get about 6 phone calls a day, no lie, all of which are scams. So, and it's gone up so much. So here's the thing. Don't answer the phone. If you don't know the number, just don't answer it. Don't even let yourself go there. Don't let someone take advantage of you. Yeah, if you don't know the number, ignore straight. After they've stopped ringing, Google the number. 100% of the time, you're going to see it's on one of those call sites going harassment. Yeah? Either report it or just block it. No, both, actually. Block it and report it. And if you go back on one of my other videos, there's linked to action fraud and all of that. Yeah, because if we don't report these things, they can't stop them. That's the thing. This is the thing about being silent. No, don't be silent. Be fucking loud. Be loud and proud, mate. Get out there and just be loud. Say whatever it is you want to say. Freedom of fucking speech. Freedom of expression. Freedom of everything. Freedom. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying your opinion. We don't all have to agree. Just have the fucking balls to say it. You know? But we don't have to agree on anything. It's good to have a debate. It's healthy to have a debate. So you have a debate, you get new ideas, you get other opinions, you get other perspectives. Makes people think. Staying silent is the root of these problems. So all we can do is just keep getting louder, keep speaking. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't be embarrassed about things that have happened to you in the past or things that you've done or whatever. Don't be embarrassed about it. Don't feel shame. Don't feel guilt. Because we all have done things. We've all made mistakes. And that is okay. Do you know what? That's part of the experience. That's part of being a human. Yeah, we're not always going to get it right. We're not always going to get it right. And that is okay. Yeah. It's how we deal with it, isn't it? You know, you can either wallow in the problem or you can get up and go, no, it's all right. I'm going to sort this out. It's not that bad. It's not how many times you fall over. It's how many times you get back up. You know what I mean? Like, we can do this. They're trying to make that kind of external pressure and opinions on everything trying to fit ourselves into a minute. We don't fit into no box. There is no box. We don't fit into no box. Each of us are completely individual and unique. So why are we trying to why are we trying to fit into something that doesn't even exist? Normal does not exist. Nobody is normal. Why do they even create the word normal? Just to make us feel bad? Yeah? No. Be yourself. As long as you're heart-centered, you know what I mean? You're not being horrible. You're looking after, doing whatever you're doing, then there's nothing wrong with you. Don't let anyone else's opinions affect you. You're beautiful just as you are. And yeah, nothing wrong with nobody. Obviously, there's certain people that are evil, but you know what I mean. I've got some videos on that as well, because I'm getting these like, I'm telling lies. I wish I was on some topics. I really do, but I'm not. And if I was, based on what the kind of shit that I've been coming out with and the amount of people that I tag in, I would have been carted off long ago. Let's just be real. So, there was another thing. National apprenticeships, they're looking for people because they, you know, if people want, this is the other thing. The definition of insanity is just doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I've said this before. It's not my words. They're someone else's. So we you know, we don't like the situation we're in, but there's this sort of nobody's doing nothing. But we're quite happy to sit and moan about it. It's like, well, somewhere along the line, you've got to accept responsibility. You're not a victim out here. You are responsible for your own choices, your own situation. So no one else can change it but you. You know, if you're in a place you don't like, move. And I know this is going to sound easier, but it seems like a gargantuan task, but really it isn't. Once you have realised that you're not a victim to your circumstances, you are fully in control of what you want, where you want to go, who you want to be with, what you want to do. When you in that zone, everything becomes very easy and clear. Because no one is in control of you. Even now, they're trying to control us. But as long as you've got control of this, they cannot control you. Because you'll be able to see through the bullshit with laser clarity. Yeah? And that is the truth. So, I've got some things on forward, the national apprenticeships, Childline, NSPCC, because obviously that's just gotten out of hand. Oh my God, the kiddies. I haven't seen my kids, yeah, because I chose to, because I'm doing this. You know what? I hope and pray if I've made one iota of difference in this range, yeah, that's enough for me. I'm happy. I made a choice, and I've stuck with it at great personal cost. But hey, that's me. Oh my God! Listen to this statistic. I was watching. I've got, my mum loves a crime thing, so I'm just really trying to get into it, and I do, because actually everything anything I watch or listen to, I'm like taking it as a lesson. That's how I'm teaching myself. So I'm like watching things. When I'm watching like NCIS, I'm not watching it like for the dramatic. I'm taking it as a lesson. Like, right, how do they investigate? What questions do they ask? You know, what is the scenario? Why looking into the psycho? Like, seriously, that's just why my brain is. I can't even explain it more than that. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, right. Look at the psychology side of it. That's what they're thinking there. Because we need to be aware of ourselves, of our surroundings, because crime, I'm going to tell you the statistic. 76% of young children that are abducted die within 6 hours of their abduction. So what now? My kids are at their dad's. I basically sent them to their dads so that I could focus on solving, investigating and solving what's going on right now, basically. So until I'm at my finished doing the job that I'm doing, they're there. So it's tough, but ultimately everything I'm trying to do is to help the collective. So, and also this was from that program about that girl, Shannon Matthews, who went missing, and the mum. First of all, there was 1,200 convicted paedophiles within 15 miles of their house. That is a lot, right? 76% of children, I don't know whether this is a global statistic, this is the UK, of children that are abducted by predatory men, right, die within 6 hours. And I'm not saying this to you to scare, but the reality, this is the reality of the world we're living in, and it's not nice, but we need to know so we can fucking do something about it. We just sat back and let this shit get to this point. Like, it is actually, it's horrific. Like, there's 80,000. There was 80,000 convicted paedophiles on the sex offenders register in the United Kingdom. 80,000. 80,000, and 76% of children that are abducted are murdered within 6 hours. Let's just think about that for a second. We need to. Sorry. Just, I cannot. How did it get to this point? How did it get here? This fuckery goes deep, doesn't it? Like 10 million children. 10 million of children. Oh, bless you. What, they think you're from the devil because you're not in Jehovah's Witness? What? Oh, and you haven't. No, mine's just because mine's because of the job I'm doing. That's why I've not seen mine, and obviously because it's locked down, you can't go anywhere, anyways. So, I'm almost at the end of a very long journey, and then I'll be getting them back, because I've not been able to go there anyway physically because of the COVID. And also they're both narcissists, and they're going to woo the day that they piss me off. Let me put it that way. So yeah, there was some. And these people, these police. Can you think about the level? Not only that, the camera people. The people that search cameras. You know how much footage they have to go through. Like, where they and never. When do they ever get thanked for their hours and hours and hours and hours of looking through footage to find a predator that would steal one of our kids? It's just, I don't know. I just feel like we've taken things for granted, expected, and been busy in the sort of rat race, distracted by things that aren't important, and simultaneously like ignoring the things that are fucking blatantly in our face. And we've got to do something about it. They're gonna make a monster out of me, because someone needs to get savage out here, don't they? Make these people pay. I'm well up for it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm in. Wherever. Hands in, let's go. So yeah. Hope that everyone is okay. It's tough times, I know, but just try and focus on things that make you feel, wherever you can. Just try and focus on what makes you happy and ignore the chaos. Oh, I'll tell you who know what they're doing, and that is homesteaders. I've got so much time and love for you guys. Been watching loads of homesteading videos, with cabins in the woods, and I'm in that zone. Love it. They're going to share someone how to look after chickens, how to look after your cattle, how to build a cabin. High five, mate. I'm loving you. Chopping wood. Bring it all day long. Love that vibe. Yeah, love it. So yeah, I shall be back later. I might have changed my wig. Who knows? Probably. I've got, as I say, I'm going to add some videos in. Just loads of things are inspiring me. I just, hope that they inspire everyone else as well. Dream. Have a big dream. That's all I can say. So, lots of love.